Hey guys, today things get a little too chilly and everything is petrified as we head from Holbrook to the Petrified Forest National Park.
Water all over the ground. And the hose is in the bucket.
Hose is in the bucket, that's not good. Not a good situation. It got a little bit colder than we anticipated last night. We knew it was going to get cold, but we froze up a little bit, but Bill's got it under control. We're going to be okay. Changed into my hiking shoes, so you know we're serious today. I'm not sure if there's anything worse than having to rush through a national park, but we're going to have to rush through this national park today. Hopefully we can come back because I've got a board meeting later today.
In 3/4 of a mile,
Doesn't look like a
arrive
national park
at south
entrance
entrance.
That just looks like a junk center to me.
Oh.
What'd you see?
A 1974 Fairlane 500.
This place looks pretty empty. Some cool mountains, sweeping grasslands, and an endless sky, sure. But it's the rocks people come to see. Bunches of us rolling up here in our cars and trucks, jumping out to take selfies with the ones that look like trees. Millions of years ago, this was a tropical forest with huge trees reaching towards the sky. Dinosaurs lived here too. Over millions of years, tectonic forces lifted up the land. That forest was replaced with what we see now. But what was here then is still here. The dinosaurs were buried where they fell. Trees, too. They were slowly petrified. A natural process that replaces organic matter with rock. Standing among all this history gives me a sense of timelessness, and I wonder, what will the tourists be like that come to visit our neighborhoods in a couple 100 million years? These are rocks, but they look like trees. What's up with that? In the time when these trees were alive, this used to be a tropical forest. As they fell to the ground, they were quickly buried by volcanic ash and dirt. This protected them from being destroyed by insects and rot. Over time, groundwater flowing through the sediment covering the fallen trees replaced the plant matter with materials found in the soil. The various materials give the rocks different colors. As tectonic forces lifted the surrounding area, wind and water eroded the soil and rock, covering the petrified trees, littering the entire area with stumps, branches, and trunks. The colorful minerals found in the rock is why the area is called the Crystal Forest. What you see as mountains and mesas didn't rise up. Instead, we're driving through areas that wind and water have eroded away. The stripes you see represent different layers of sediment. The lower layers are older, lake-related deposits of silt, sand, and clay. Others above are ash and lava from volcanic activity. This area has been populated for thousands of years. The first to settle here were the mysterious Anasazi, then Puebloans, and eventually the Navajo and Apache. Fun fact, years before the Pilgrims landed in Jamestown, Coronado had camped near here and explored the area. Eventually, a railroad was built and a town grew around the station. The town got its name from the first engineer of the Atlantic and Pacific Railroad, and it became known as Holbrook. But thanks to Hollywood, we know it best as a Wild West cow town, home to cowboys, many of whom were outlaws hiding from arrest, sheep herders, rustlers, and those competing for claims to the same land. Eventually the chaos brought about a range war, and most of the bloody carnage centered in or around this area. The town got a well-earned reputation as being, quote, too tough for women and churches. In 1926, the Beale Wagon Road that ran through the town became Route 66, and the area grew into a tourist hotspot. Much of what we're seeing was part of that era in American history. A change in economy, and more recently the pandemic, have taken its toll on the town. The average income in the area hovers around the poverty level, with about 20% of the population living below that line. Many of the businesses are closed or open by appointment only. It remains to be seen if this town can recover, but the conditions of the buildings and businesses seem bleak. While walking there, we were approached by aggressive panhandlers, not a sign of a healthy economy.
watching. Next time we're tripping, me into an abandoned swimming pool, and Bill when he finds a cactus dispensing cash.